Yep. I just got my vertical up and going, so it'll be up to you when you're ready.
Let's see. All I have to do now is change the frame, and we are good.
Alrighty. You ready?
Yep.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. It's a pretty decent front sprite. It was made by someone named Bloodless. I've used quite a few of their sprites, actually. It's a kind of a familiar name to me. I always credit the person who made any sprite that I used.
My stream starting soon actually had a pretty cool, like Gen 1 sprite of Toxicroak. The problem is it had too many colors.
Why is that too many colors?
Oh yeah, they spared no expense on colors.
Was it like not transparent or something?
No, it looked like a genuine Gen 1/2 sprite. It was just they used all the colors, so clearly they weren't like actually using it for
Oh.
backporting reasons.
Or even better, I've seen people online make like Gen 2 sprite work, but if you look at the raw image, it's like 300 by 300 pixels, which is not how you make sprites. Grass Fairy type in Gen 6 reintroduced the ability to be 4 times weak to poison. Yeah, I think Whimsicott's that typing. I wonder how that would do backported. So, are you spamming Lick?
Yes, you know it.
Did you get the Poison Cure Berry? Because we might need it.
No. But I am spamming good old Poison Sting because, you know, can't waste stab.
Ah, yes, a Stab Poison Sting. Weaker than Mud Slap, probably. Actually, it might be, like, barely any stronger than Mud Slap. I will say, though, it is nice seeing a backport with Mud Slap, because not many of these things get Mud Slap, surprisingly. Okay, I did use Poison Sting on the Chikorita. Alright, this guy's name is Steve. Oh. I did a bunch of DS era runs lately, and I kind of forgot how my controllers are buttoned. You're trying to recruit an aggressive drummer. Well, I don't know if you'll find any here.
I couldn't even drum on Rock Band.
I probably couldn't even drum a paper plate.
You ever play Rock Band?
That a game?
Oh, guys, he's just a little too late for the Rock Band Guitar Hero era.
I've heard of Guitar Hero. I've never
Yeah.
played it, though. My
Okay.
friend
Well,
had it, though.
there was a good 8-year period of time. No, not 8. Maybe a good 6-year period of time. No, actually, this makes perfect sense now that I think about it because uh, the era that Rock Band and Guitar Hero would have been out, you would have been a little too young. Because I was also a little too young for the Rock Band Guitar Hero era. So, my cousin had Rock Band, or sorry, my cousin had Guitar Hero. She introduced me to the whole Guitar Hero scene, and we played. Like she brought it to my parents' house, and we played it like all day that day. And then my parents obviously had to get it because we fell in love with it. I was probably like 10 or 11 when it came out. So and then it basically kind of died a little bit. No, it definitely died before I finished high school. So yeah, it was a good era. That was approximately 6 years, and yeah, it probably would have been dead before you even got to it.
Alright, good news. Since we're weak to flying, Faulkner's not using Mud Slap, so he's not as hard as I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to spam Mud Slap because of our poison typing. But I forgot we're weak to flying, too.
I actually only went to Faulkner because I saw you go to Faulkner.
I mean, I'm not doing Sprout Tower with this thing. Doesn't need it.
Well, it was just the fact that we had a flying weakness that scared me off of doing Faulkner myself. But then when I saw you go there, I'm like, well, I guess if he's gonna go there, I'm gonna have to go there.
Well, I fought all the wild Pokemon I could, so I was like level 9 going into that gym. I figured that would have been okay.
I was too.
Nope. And nothing but Bellsprout.
Man, my brother was so good at Guitar Hero too. I think Guitar Hero is actually what got him into playing guitar originally, like actual guitar.
I am amazed I even dodged that guy. Do we get
I
Swift?
unfortunately did not dodge. Let's see. I
We do
don't
not.
think so.
We do not. I had to scroll down in my moveset list. I'm not hovered over TMs, I'm like hovered over the level up set. Wait, why do I even need Swift? I have Headbutt.
You know, for swifting reasons.
Black Metal said Guitar Hero is a joke.
Black metal, you should give respect to your elders. If Guitar Hero wasn't around, I imagine rock would have died so much earlier in general. Guitar Hero is kind of like what revitalized my love for rock a little bit earlier. If it weren't for Guitar Hero, I probably would be like a normal person instead, not a
Yes.
rock guy.
Yeah, Steve's not a normal person.
Well, normal people in my era, they like rap and pop, and quite frankly, I know a lot of people that also like rap and pop. Yeah, Black Belt, we're close. 30 and 35 is a lot closer than Speed and I have 22 and 30. If it weren't for Guitar Hero, I probably also would have went the way of rap and like everybody else.
Well, I ran into PP issues in the Slowpoke well. I ran out of headbutts on the Zubat guy, so I had to kill him with Lick, and now I have to kill the Coughing with Mud Slap. Not a big deal, but these fights just took a bit longer than they needed to.
I had the opposite problem. I ran out of mud slaps and I had to use headbutt on the coughing guy.
Oh, that's funny. Alright, I'm actually going to do the rival first. I think the rival might be easier.
Unless I one shot the rival, I will never do the rival first. And I don't think
mean,
mud slap will one shot, so I wouldn't bother.
it doesn't, but I mean, it just used Spite. I mean, what's the Bayleaf going to do? We have a type advantage against it. Oh god. Yeah, that was definitely a bit risky. I probably shouldn't have done that. Alright, I need 8 repels,
Oh, that's
7
funny.
escape ropes.
I poisoned the Metapod.
And
That just doesn't seem like it should happen.
hey Steve, you'll never believe what happened. I fought the Paris and he didn't use stun spore.
That's ridiculous. I think you're broke as AI.
Low kick. You know what? This low kick will actually help on Whitney. Alright, time for Bugsy.
What move did you use for Ghastly? Because I used Mud Slap and he missed Lick.
I used Mud Slap. I think I was speed tied with that Scyther.
Interesting. I was certainly not speed tied. I was definitely slower.
Well, I don't have to get Oddish, because I have a Bellsprout. Oh. Do I want to buy any of the punches? I don't think I do. Actually,
Don't tell Speed what I just did, Annie. Don't do it.
I think I'll get the charcoal for safety. So I'm thinking I
Speed
might
must
want Ice
never know.
Punch. What, did you let me guess. Did you go to the Headbutt guy already knowing Headbutt?
No, worse.
You didn't catch a cut user?
No,
Ran out of
worse.
Pokeballs?
No, worse.
Come on, what could be worse than that?
I headbutted a tree.
Oh, we can't have that.
Exactly. This is totally unacceptable. I can't be headbutting trees, you know?
Did
I have an
something come
image.
out?
No, but something could have.
Imagine if it was a Heracross.
No, I think Heracross is only by the uh, Mr. Pokemon's house during the day.
I could have changed the disassembly to make headbutting trees 100% Heracross. Wait. I forgot low kick has a chance to miss. I missed 2 low kicks in a row.
Crazy.
Isn't the move like 90% accurate and I just missed twice?
According to my overlay, yes.
I'm gonna get the haircut. +3.
I played a Pokemon, I can't remember what it is now, but there was one recently where I had a 95% accurate move and I didn't miss the whole entire run. We deemed it the most accurate 95% accurate move in the world.
I wouldn't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember it either, but it was nice having a move that was not 100% accurate, still work like it was 100% accurate. You gonna get your beloved Machop?
Not today. I know you really want me to. Oh, hey, Sundown. Thanks for stopping by. How dare this Vulpix live?
Vulpix, eh? The first time through or second time through?
First time.
Okay, good. Not too far behind.
Is that what you wanted me to say?
Yes.
Well, what if I told you I may have been lying?
That would be really unfortunate for me.
Well, I'll leave you to think about that. Sludge, yes please. My most powerful move that I know Steve will never use because he'll just default to headbutt every time.
Alright, Electric Punch. Oh, no, Fire Punch. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that surprised me too, actually. That would have been the most useful punch for Jasmine.
I don't know why, but in my brain I thought we did get Fire Punch, so I didn't really come up with a plan for Jasmine.
My plan's just hope Ice Punch does enough to the Steelix. Should do just fine.
But what about the Magnemites?
Oh no, I'm just gonna cower in fear and use Dig. This is the part where you say, wait, we actually get Dig? I'm gonna go get it. Oh wait, is that me?
I got it already.
I actually forgot. Well, there's the second trip back. You know, I really I do like how many full heals this game gives us. It's quite nice.
So I was right. Level 20 is about the area that you get to Ekkertique. So that was a pretty good guess of mine. So definitely am not going to be level 24 for the Kimono Girls Espeon.
Can't you just do the Espeon last and just hope you get 24 for it?
Ah, yes. I'm going to get 4 levels for Espeon. Good call.
Hey, they're worth a lot, you know. Did you like fight Did you fight the spinners on the way to Sudowoodo?
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and let you do all that, and you can tell me if the Espeon girl is worth battling or not. I am not gonna be taking such risks.
Oh hey, casual fan enjoyer, how's the run going? It's going pretty good so far. Haven't had any major hiccups.
Oh, Annie just reminded me that move that I was talking about that is not 100% accurate, but it works like it's 100% accurate.
What?
Leech Seed.
I did not know Leech Seed was not 100% till recently. I think it was the Bulbasaur run in Platinum. I'm like, wait a minute. Leech Seed can miss? How did I not know this?
I know. It works like it's 100. And the crazy thing, it's not 95. It's 90.
Alright, I believe the one in the top left one has Espeon, so I'm going to try and save that for last. I came in here at level 22, and I'm almost 23, so there is a chance I could get 24 for the Espeon. Hey, Steve, is Sledge in slot 1 for you, or are you still using Headbutt?
Sludge is indeed in slot 1. I had to double check.
Good job. Hey, Steve, I got 24 just in time for the Espeon.
Congrats.
I one-shot it with a Sledge crit anyway.
Well, you know, I would go ahead and rely on that and run too. I don't think anything could possibly go wrong if you rely on critting.
I mean, have you seen Ike? He seems to rely on it just fine. No questions asked.
Yeah, but he prays to some sort of like crit god.
Never mind, I see the badges. Oh yeah, we're gonna fight Morty really soon. I'm looking at my... I'm sure the vertical stream can't see this, but I'm looking at my own stats right here. I have 63 speed, and the Gengar has 64, so as soon as I level up here, I'll be able to outspeed everything on Morty's team, which is going to be really nice. Also, the rival here was a complete breeze, although I made it hard because I looked away and I used Dig on Zubat. Also, if I was going to teach Dig, why did I buy escape ropes?
I also bought about the normal 8 escape ropes.
Isn't Shiny Odds like... Okay, yeah, Shiny Odds are 1 in 8,192, although with this, this ROM I built to have our starter be a Toxicroak, we made every trainer have shiny Pokemon just to, you know, give the viewer something to look at, because I'm sure most people have never seen what the shinies looked like. So this will be a good way of knowing, hey, that Pokemon's got a cool shiny, or, hey, that Wooper is ugly. That's just the reason we have it. It just gives viewers something cool to look at.
So, for your information, Crunch is in fact a one-shot on Espeon.
Good to know. Where did you do training at?
Lighthouse.
I did not need Lighthouse at all, so I think you didn't fight enough optional trainers.
Possibly, but I finished Lighthouse already, so I'm happy with that.
Alright, Crunch does not one-shot the Gengar. I don't know why I didn't just use Dig. I think Dig would have one-shot it.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah. It one-shot everything else, though.
Yeah, I love watching Curse miss.
Curse? Yeah.
I just watched the rivals Curse miss. Oh, God. Okay. Ooh, close one.
Wait, you trained to level 24, yet you didn't do the rival?
Correct.
Couldn't you have just used the rival to train to level 24?
let's not use common sense now. I just decided I was gonna do I did the Jolteon first.
Alright, Headbutt thankfully does not one-shot Krabby.
Good to know.
Alright, gotta buy some super repels. Oh, but they changed it to like... Oh yeah, starting Gen 6, they changed it to 1 in 4,096.
Interesting. Crunch does in fact knock out Hunter though.
Yeah, I was just saying, Crunch one-shots everything except a Gengar. But did you use Dig on Gengar? Could you tell me if it one-shot?
I'm battling the trainer right before. Alright, I'm gonna straight up not save. Let's see how this goes. Alright, Gengar dig. Dig. Oh, okay. Well,
It doesn't.
unfortunately, I pulled an Ike.
Did you actually get a reset? Or you got lucky?
I got a crit.
Oh, that's funny.
That's gonna be real helpful to know that it doesn't matter. Because I'll never know. Because I got a crit.
Man, this thing's base speed is not as bad as I thought. For some reason, I thought we were going to be sort of slow, but I don't know. 80-something speed is, I think it's just really good, especially for Johto, just because of the fact we're always going to be overleveled. In Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, I encountered a shiny Psyduck, but it ran away. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. Oh, well, true story. This was when I was a kid. I was playing Pokemon Leaf Green. I was playing on a console called the Retron 5, which was like an emulator that's built into a console that lets you play it on your TV. You could like plug the cartridge into the console. It was really cool. I found a shiny Venomoth in the Safari Zone, but I did not know at the time the console had the ability to make save states. So I tried to catch it and it ran away from me. I was so sad.
Isn't the Retron 5 what J-Rose uses?
He used to use it. I remember his old video said he used a Retron. I don't know if he still does, though.
I mean, it was the only thing that did that color palette swap, right? Because I tried to do that in myself in RetroArch, and I think Scott said it wasn't available for RetroArch.
Oh, what wasn't available?
The palette swap thing,
Oh.
where you can change the colors. It was available in Visual Boy Advance though.
I'm letting you know, I did get one reset on Chuck.
Yeah, I'm battling Knob, or well, I'm about to battle Knob, so I'm a little bit behind probably
Yeah.
from the Lighthouse thing.
Yeah, make sure you're at full health, though. Headbutt only does a quarter. I was spamming Sludge, but it still did the same. I think spamming Headbutt's just going to be better.
I don't have Headbutt.
Okay, that's on you.
I have Sludge, Crunch, Dig, Low Kick.
So I had to get one flinch on the Poliwrath, because since we're poison, I don't think he's ever going to use Dynamic Punch. I've never seen him once use it. So he's going to be using, like, Surf and Hypnosis more. Alright, gonna get the full restore and the rare candy.
Wow, I poisoned Poliwrath, and he hit me with Hypnosis, and then he died to poison. So I finished the battle asleep.
You guys, don't tell Steve what I did.
Oh, did you see we get Fly Move?
I did see we get Fly Move. In Sword and Shield, I encountered a shiny Wooloo full odds on the first route. That's impressive. When I was playing through Legends Arceus the very first time, I was in the what's it called? The Obsidian Fieldlands, or like the first area in the game. Uh, I was wandering around. I still had a pretty early team. I heard the shiny sparkle. I was trying to figure out where it was coming from. I found a shiny green Zubat, and I actually already had a Zubat on my team. So I actually booted my old Zubat and put on the shiny one, so I beat the game with a shiny Crobat. It was awesome. It was full odds too, because it was literally the start of the game. But I know
Did
once you
you
get the
catch?
ability to do like massive mass outbreaks, the shiny odds in that game are just ridiculously high.
Did you catch the shiny Ponyta in that game?
I think you're required to catch the shiny Ponyta.
Hey, if you didn't beat the game legitimately, I mean, if you didn't like actually beat the game, you might never have seen it.
I did. Claffy is the pink
I mean,
sheep, right? Yes.
haven't you ever looked at achievements on either Xbox or PC? A lot of people play games and then don't get past like the beginning.
Oh, I actually know what you mean. I saw this image online one time. I don't know if it was real or if it was just a meme, but it showed the Xbox achievements for Minecraft. And you know the
Mm-hmm.
achievement that's there's an achievement for like you opening your in-game menu, like the whole crafting
Yep.
thing, your inventory.
Yep.
Only 70% of players unlocked that achievement.
Yeah, I believe it.
Hello,
70%.
Manuel Huber. Did you just kill the shiny Gyarados? Well, this is my, what, 100th time playing Crystal. I don't really need the Gyarados, so I just get rid of it.
Uh, if I recall, you actually need to physically launch the game to come up on that achievement list. So that means 30% of people bought and launched Minecraft and then never opened the menu.
Yeah. Did you teach Poison Jab?
I did.
I'm just letting you know, it one-shots Zubat 20 levels lower. But
Oh,
yeah,
it's gonna be
but
quite
yeah,
the
Huber,
uphill race.
every trainer has a shiny Pokemon. I modified the game to do that, just to give the viewers something nice to look at. It was look good for me too at first, because I had no idea what most of these shinies looked like.
Scott was also quite surprised, and
Oh
then he
yeah.
started critiquing some of them.
Oh, especially shiny Wooper. He just kept insulting it to its face whenever he encountered that spinner with the Wooper. He hated shiny Wooper. What's your favorite generation? Generation 5. That's my favorite. It doesn't exist to Steve, so I think his favorite's probably Gen 2.
One. Well, hmm.
You had more time playing. You played way more Crystal than the others, I'm assuming. Or Silver. Silver.
Okay, I've completed Silver more. I've still played Gen 1 more as a kid because I had the broken red one, so I only played up to the end of Dark Cave. Um we played Generation 1 as a kid so much that I did in fact memorize the cave in the dark.
Oh, nice. You can do that, yet can you imagine if you did that with your Silver version as a kid? You went through Rock Tunnel in the dark? That way you never had to complain about it.
Well, I generally in most of my playthroughs I still ended up getting Flash anyways.
True.
It's just that I played like an entire like over an entire summer from beginning to end. I just every single day I would get essentially a different team all the way across Rock Tunnel, and then my battery would die, and then we do it again. And the game
Uh,
never saved ever because it had a dead internal battery.
yeah, Annie, if your favorite game is Soul Silver, I don't really think it's fair to say Gen 4 is your favorite. Because when people
I
think of
consider Soul
Gen 4,
Silver and the other remake the generations they came from.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, people call, like, Soul Silver a Gen 2 remake. They don't call it a Gen 4 game. Like, when people think Gen 4, they think of the Sinnoh games, right? Yeah. So, like, when people say Gen 3, they don't think about fire red. They think about like emerald. I feel like that's just a bit. I wouldn't say cheating, but more like I don't know what to call it. All right, ice punch. I don't think I want crunch anymore, do I? No.
All right. I'm actually gonna go pick up poison. Dang it, spinner. Was it sludge bomb? I'm gonna go pick up sludge bomb.
I'm actually not, because we get the move by level up. It's only 10 power stronger than poison jab, but it's got half the PP. I just don't want
I
the lower
understand,
PP.
but I needed space on my moveset for ice punch.
Oh. Ice
And
punch
it was the
3-shot
only
the
move
Steelix.
it's the only move I thought I could get rid of.
The guy who says he likes Gen 3 because of fire red.
Okay, well that was embarrassing.
I don't know. I
So
just
knock knock.
who's there?
Not
Not who.
not Jasmine.
I don't know. I guess Gen 4 Soul Silver can count. But I guess when people, I mean, I guess more specifically of what your favorite region is.
I don't even consider the Gen 3 remake a Gen 3 game. I consider it a Gen 1 game without the glitches. It's fixed Gen 1.
I don't know. I'm just not thinking straight. I'm in the Rockets Tower. You're a Yapatron? I don't mind that. People chatting helps the algorithm. Actually, here's a question. Does constant chatter in the live chat like help push the stream to people? Kind of like comments?
No.
It doesn't
I
have
think
anything to do with it?
once the stream ends, it's dead.
Ah.
By the way, I defeated Jasmine without taking damage.
I did take damage because turn 1 I was using Dig on the Steelix instead of Ice Punch because I wasn't paying attention.
I apparently froze the Steelix.
Oh, that's funny. Dude. Okay, I think for the Rockets, I would really like Headbutt in slot 1. Wait, why is Grimer dual poison? Oh, in the game's code, anything that's a monotype, both of the types are that one type. That's just how the game's code reads it. I could have my overlay not show the second type if they're both the same, but I just think the empty space to the right would look kind of ugly if it was there. So I'd rather have them both be there.
Okay, well, I just did something Speed frowns upon. Actually, both you and Scott have frowned upon it.
What?
I have both Return and Sludge Bomb.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Worth it.
You don't need it, man. You don't need it. Sludge Bomb's more powerful. Blah, blah, blah. Honestly, for this thing, though,
right.
I'm still gonna get Return, but I'm probably not gonna teach it right away, because I want to see if I still want flinches from Headbutt. Honestly, I don't even think I will. I might actually teach Return, so I don't blame you, honestly. Alright, I need to Ether Dig, Ether Headbutt, Super Potion, save. I'm asking a lot. What is your opinion on Legend ZA? I don't have an opinion on it because I haven't seen any gameplay footage of it yet.
I was about to say, how can we have an opinion on a game that's not really out yet?
Yeah, or not out. We haven't seen any gameplay footage. None. We have no idea what the game looks like. all we know is that the game takes place in Kalos. That's really all we know.
I know that I'm probably gonna play Legends ZA before I play the other Scarlet Violet.
Have you actually beaten Legends Arceus?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, dude, I beat it like the week it came out.
Even did like the final fight where like you fought Arceus?
God, I don't remember that at all.
Because I think in order to do that fight, you have to complete the dex, which is kind of required for the main story.
Wait. No, I got completed the dex. I don't think you had to complete the dex. I think you just had to get a really high number.
No, I'm pretty sure you had to catch everything in the Pokedex. Because I remember I had to grind out that Spiritomb. Not grind
no,
it.
then I got the regular ending.
Probably. Hey, John.
What ending is that? Because I got like the story ending.
I don't remember. It's been a few years.
Like, is that like one of those like what? I don't
Like-
want to say alternate ending, but like
Like the red
different-
battle of that game.
oh yeah, I didn't do that.
Ah, makes sense. Because I know at the
I was
very
very
end
happy when I completed the game. I was like, finally, the catching, it's done.
Natty plot. Look how I spelled nasty plot. I spelled it natty plot.
Oh man, I had the worst time having to catch Gyarados.
Actually, that might have been a spelling error. I was thinking, like, I don't have enough room for the full word, but I could have just done nasty plot without the space, so I... Now people are going to be making fun of me for that now.
I remember I literally stood on a ledge really far away from Gyarados,
Oh my
and
god,
I
I'm
just
stupid.
kept on throwing balls, and then I was like, all right, now it's gonna, like, it just kept on going in a big loop.
I remember that one, yeah.
Yeah, and I just kept on throwing it. I'm like, all right, this one's gonna get it. All right, this one's gonna get it. All right, I'm starting to run out of fast balls, or the one with the
Feather ball.
yeah, feather balls. And I'm like, oh god. And I think I eventually got it when I was down to like my last two.
Okay, I'm actually stupid. There is full space for the word nasty plot. When I was literally making the ROM, I did an actual spelling error. I actually spelled the name of a move wrong, and I built it, and I did not know it was incorrect.
What did you teach over for nasty plot?
Headbutt. I planned.
I'm starting to also think I might have to teach over return.
Because Poison Jab is like my most powerful move. I want Ice Punch for Lance. I could teach Return over Dig, but then that means I won't have Earthquake.
Oh.
But here's the question. Is Earthquake going to be useful?
You definitely spelled it wrong. It's not even showing up on the overlay.
It...
Whatever you did, the two files are not agreeing.
I mean, I think internally it still shows up properly. Like on my overlay, Nasty Plot's like spelled correctly. Maybe in the JSON file I spelled it wrong.
Or maybe in the JSON file you spelled it right.
Maybe it looks at the actual move name and not like the move like byte number. I don't even know.
I mean, the difference between your overlay and my overlay is that mine takes it from the JSON file directly, and I think yours takes it from the game directly.
Yeah. I can look at it after the first run. I can try and fix the error.
Which is why you don't typically have problems with your overlay. Actually, you basically never have problems with your overlay because it just reads it directly from the game. Whereas mine's like, oh, hey, you see this move? Yeah, let's go search and see if it exists. And then a lot of the time, it just doesn't exist. So
Error
it just displays
404.
nothing.
What's those errors called? Error 404? Not found.
Yes. Yep.
You know what? Hold on. I'm actually going to get this secret item, but don't tell Steve. I probably won't even use it.
Well, you have literally been like 45 seconds ahead of me because ever since at critique. So if you're about 45 seconds ahead of me, the only secret item I can think of is either the pink bow or the never melt ice.
It was the Never Melt Ice.
Right. Because those were the only two items it could have been.
You love the
You're
Legends
not
game so
you're not
far?
you're not far enough to fake me out with the dragon fang.
What am I doing?
If you want to explain how the dragon fang works to everybody else, because I'm sure everyone else probably thinks it works correctly.
Oh, in Generation 2, the Dragon Fang is supposed to boost your dragon moves by 10%, but they accidentally gave that effect to the Dragon Scale instead, which is used to evolve Seadra into Kingdra, so the Dragon Fang does absolutely nothing. And I think the only way to get Dragon Scales is, I think they're held by Wild Horsey, if I had to take a guess.
So basically, there's no dragon stat boosting move, which is unfortunate because, you know, that's my locked and hidden power for the normal runs.
Yep. Alright, full restore.
So not only am I not picking the never melt ice, I actually don't even have ice punch anymore.
I'm letting you know, unless you're a higher level than me, Poison Jab doesn't one-shot the Dragonairs. You know what's interesting? The first Dragonair on Claire's team didn't use Thunder Wave, but instead used Dragon Breath, which paralyzed me anyway.
Well, she detected the paralysis, obviously. Opponent makes stupid move, gets lucky outcome. Obviously, opponent knew lucky outcome was about to happen.
Right.
Every time.
I mean, Kalos as a region didn't suck. The problem is the games just had no story. But I think Legend ZA might be able to make up for it.
I definitely think I screwed up my moveset.
By what, teaching return early?
I should not have both Sludge Bomb and Return. It really is a one or the other kind of deal.
Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. The Dratini. See, guys, I'm learning.
How many people had to remind you?
Nobody.
That might be more concerning.
For who? For you?
That your chat wasn't out looking out for you.
I'm used to it. What's my speed stat? 126. I think I'll be able to outspeed the Aerodactyl by the time I get to it. But honestly, why did I even grab the Quick Claw?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to physically pick up Het. No, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna have to use Sludge Bomb for red.
That would only really be a problem for the Venusaur.
No, not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Okay, I missed 3 Sludge Bombs on Kingdra.
I'm just holding on to Poison Jab. I would just much prefer the extra power points than the 10 extra power. The starters never got second types. That always surprised me. Like, Cinderace looked like it should have been a firefighting type, but I think the reason they didn't was because Game Freak knew so many people hated the firefighting type, so they chose not to do it. I mean, they made Incineroar Fire Dark, even though it looked like it should have been a fighting type. Like, it literally participates in sumo wrestling, but they made it Dark type just because they knew people would be pissed.
Maybe they have their own Ike in that department, and he really, really likes firefighting, and that's all he designs.
You know what's interesting? People were so upset about firefighting being so common, yet I think the only firefighting types are the 3 starters. I don't think they made a firefighting type that isn't a starter. At least just yet. Alright, I'm gonna teach Earthquake over Dig.
I am making a morally questionable decision.
Yeah, FNAF enjoyer. A lot of the evolution methods starting in, what gen was it? Gen 6 just started becoming really weird. I remember the original weird evolution with, Inkay. In order to evolve it, you had to level it up while holding your 3DS upside down.
How does that work for other non-DS games?
They found ways. Because I mean, the Switch can detect if it's upside down. I'm sure it's got, like, a gyro thing built in. My question is, how do you evolve it on emulator?
You don't.
They probably have some sort of option for that in the settings, so that way you can still get it, if I take a guess. Also,
Kenny,
I did teach Sludge Bomb.
I was more or less thinking the emulator, not necessarily the Switch.
You know what's interesting? I have Nasty Plot, but I think I only used Nasty Plot on Claire. I don't think I used it on anyone else.
I didn't even bother using Nasty Plot on Claire. I just used Ice Punch, Ice Punch, Ice Punch, and then like all my sludges.
I just used one Nasty Plot while holding the Paralysis Berry, just in case, because I didn't know if it was going to one-shot.
I really don't like my current moveset, but I feel like I have no other choice but to have this. I only have one physical move on my moveset.
I never taught Thunder Punch this whole run.
Yeah, I didn't teach Thunder Punch either.
You know what's interesting? Even though we are most likely going to use Curse on red, we do get Nasty Plot. I wonder if using a special attack might be more worth it on red. I remember there was a backport we've done where we tried this, but I don't think it'll end up working because the Snorlax. The worst evolution method is the trade method. I would actually agree with you, because most people, especially if they had no friends or a way to connect with other people, I mean, nowadays it's easier than ever because of the internet, but back then, like, most people just had no way of ever having, like, a Machamp or an Alakazam. I think Steve mentioned his first ever time using an Alakazam was, like, Sun and Moon or something.
This is true, but I am a very special case. I could have traded people as a kid, with the playground and whatnot. However, I couldn't because we later learned that my black Game Boy SP just couldn't
Darn.
trade.
Didn't the Game Boy Advance, like, did you have the regular GBA or, like, the SP one with the hinge?
I had the SP, but it was just specifically mine. My brother's worked. Mine just didn't.
I was just gonna say, didn't the SP need a little, it used link cables, right?
Yeah, I had the wireless link cable, and I had the wireless link, and I had the wired link. I had both. None of them worked.
Dang. You're just unlucky then, aren't you? I really don't want to teach over my moves right now, so I want a Nasty Plot on Lance, so I may just have to just kill the Gyarados with Sludge Bomb. Oh, belch. No. I'm not teaching that move.
Yeah, that move sucks. Who would
I mean,
ever use that?
it's got 10 PP. It's got more power, but it's got a 10% miss chance, man. I can't have that.
Wow. I gotta say, I wholeheartedly did not expect to sweep Karen.
You know what's funny about Karen? I beat her on the first try, even though I was paralyzed and had curse. 10% is chump change. I guess. You know, if this was Gen 1, I think this would be a lot better, because I think Toxicroak in Gen 4 gets the TM for Swords Dance. So in Gen 1, this would have a like Swords Dance, Sludge, Earthquake, Body Slam. Honestly, this 4x Psychic Weakness wouldn't even matter.
This is crazy. This moveset is so versatile. Sludge Bomb, Ice Punch, Crunch just destroys everything.
I haven't had Crunch for a super long time.
I literally kept Crunch for Sabrina.
I just kept thinking my physical Sludge Bomb will just do enough.
Guess we'll find out.
Although I might just save Sabrina as the 7th gym. But yeah, you let me know how that goes.
I certainly will. She will be the 2nd gym. Stop going through your invisible cave.
Why? I've never played any of the Splatoon games, actually.
Neither have I. I've never... I don't even like the Mario Party mini game that's basically Splatoon. And I'm sure people ask which one. There's a different one like all of them. In the newest Mario Party game, there's a stamp one that's basically Splatoon. I see you kept Earthquake instead of Crunch. Interesting.
I taught it over Dig. I had Dig for so long.
Really, Magnemite guy? Oh man, he's actually trying really hard. That was a lot closer than it should have been.
Who are you on?
That was Magnemite guy. I had to defeat him with Ice Punch.
Sounds like someone should have had Earthquake.
Well, we'll find out based on how this Sabrina battle goes, if it's worth keeping Crunch or not for that literally one battle.
Part of me doesn't really know, because the Espeon and Alakazam have super high special defense.
Oh, misspelled. I don't know. Something about Belch is wrong too.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. Whatever it is, my overlay's not detecting it either.
Why has this been happening the last 3 crystal backports? I swear I'm putting the moves in properly. We might have to... maybe you should show that to MVF and see if he can tell you what the problem is, because apparently I keep doing something wrong.
Yeah, at this point, it might not be a spelling thing. It might just be the way you're doing it is just not lining up right.
Maybe. You'll have to have him look at it.
The worst part is, though, I don't know what Pokemon Poison is super effective against because there's so few of them.
Yeah.
So now that my overlay doesn't tell me which one Belch is super effective against, I'm just not using Belch.
Mario Party kind of fell off after Deluxe. It was good, but you had to have friends.
Deluxe? What the heck is Deluxe?
I've never heard of Mario Party Deluxe. All I know are numbers.
I've never heard of Mario Party Deluxe either, and I played all of them.
Even Mario Party 3?
Mario Party 3 is really bad, but I played it.
All 3 Mario Party games are on the Switch Online, so I guess if I ever play them, I will stay away from 3.
It's not that it's like not fun. It's just that it's not as fun as 1 or 2.
Hmm. Mario DS. So it's on the DS then?
I didn't have the DS
Oh yeah, Steve
until.
went from the GBA SP straight to the 3DS when he was in, what was it, college? High school?
So I have news. Crunch cannot one-shot Espeon, and Psychic one-shots you.
That was honestly what I predicted.
Okay, and you know what? I just attempted to get a crit 3 times in a row. Didn't work.
The
And I
Espeon
did not pick
has
up candies, so I'm screwed.
the Espeon has super high special defense, so I'm honestly surprised you didn't think about that. Like, a physical attack might just straight up be
Oh,
better.
that's just embarrassing. I just used Belch and it knocked out Espeon.
Womp, womp,
That's
womp,
so
womp,
that's so
womp.
annoying. Keeping a move that's super effective, and it's not even the best move to use. The super effective one.
Well, remember, higher special defense, and we have lower special attack. Plus the advantage of Earthquake, Sturge will be easy. I've
These
learned
are
my
my
lesson.
literal only resets are against that Espeon.
I have only one reset. Who was it? It was Chuck. It was on Chuck. What's
I
hilarious
was
is I was
literally
at someone's stream
resetless.
and said they like Pokemon. I quizzed them. They got every single question wrong. I mean, what kind of questions were they? Were they like easy questions most fans would get? Like, what's the only type electric is weak to? Like, something like, is it an easy question? Or were you asking, like, what is the damage rounding threshold?
I don't
Please define.
I don't like it when people gatekeep like fandoms like that.
Yeah.
Unless you're asking the absolute bare like easiest question, you shouldn't expect people to get it right. Just because I'm
Yeah.
like a Fable fan doesn't mean that I'm gonna give you a question. What is the sword you get at the very end of the game that is able to rival what Jack of Blades uses? And I shouldn't expect somebody to know that. There's 3 games, and it's not a sword you get to use very much in the game because it's at the very end. Like it's not common to expect people, even if technically that sword is part of the main game. Everybody will pick it up. Everybody will use it, but it's not. I mean, expecting somebody to know would be ridiculous.
Hmm. You know, it reminds me of that one meme. It's like a picture of like Gru pointing a gun at you, and the caption's like, "Oh, so you like Pokemon? Name every Pokemon in alphabetical order." That's what this whole thing reminds me of.
I think I'd have a better time naming them in numerical order.
You know, there's this website you can go to where you have, I think there's one for each generation or for all of them together. You have to like guess as many Pokemon from a specific gen as possible within like 10 minutes. And I've
Cool,
seen people do it and
cool.
then they forget like 2 of them and they just
You
can't
know what would
remember.
be? You know what was great gatekeeping that I agree with?
But
Who's that Pokemon?
it's a Jigglypuff
That's
seen
it.
from above.
That's the gatekeeping that I agree with. You know what? If you can't name who's that Pokemon from the TV show, maybe you aren't a fan.
Do you remember that episode where they were trying to take a test to go into the Pokemon League instead of actual battles? And there was a question, who's that Pokemon? And the answer was Jigglypuff seen from above. Remember that?
Circular. I unfortunately don't remember it, but I'll take your word for it. It's
I think it was like the 30th, somewhere in the 30s of the episode numbers.
see, even though I'm a fan, I don't remember everything about every season.
I'm at least assuming you watched the full first season. That's all I'm
I
assuming.
watched the first full season like 6 times.
That's more than I've watched it. I'm just letting you know that.
Exactly. And just because I don't remember everything doesn't make me not a fan. You see where this fandom thing gets weird? Then it comes down to like memory too. Like I actually don't have the greatest of memories. So
Yeah, that's true. Well, neither do I. When's the
my
next
mom,
stream? We do Crystal every Thursday, but we do backports of other games on different days. Like I do Fire Red on Fridays, and we're doing a Red and Blue one on Saturday. But every Thursday there's a guaranteed Crystal one.
yeah,
So if you want to
I
subscribe
definitely,
to it, you'll want to make sure you see them, right? I think we've done like 30 Crystal ones so far. An insane number at this point. Okay. I'm gonna save Blue for last, but I am actually gonna go do Sabrina now.
I'm very disappointed that she didn't go down to Crunch. It's like one of those moments you just feel like your life is a lie. You
Dude,
did everything right, and just the wrong answer was the right answer.
yeah, there will be a stream tomorrow, yes. Hey, Steve, she was a series of one-shots.
You don't say.
Well, Steve, what you just said about being upset about Crunch not working, that'd be the equivalent of in Red and Blue, you taught Surf to Kangaskhan to deal with Blaine. Like, that's the equivalence right there. We're like, oh, but Surf is super
I'm glad
effective.
you went with a. I'm glad you went with a more obscure, more correct example. I thought you were gonna go straight to Hitmonchan.
Well, well, I was... Oh my god. I got another reset. Blue's Alakazam lived at 1 HP, and it crit me with Psychic, so to double kill.
Oh, and you delayed it too. So imagine if you didn't delay it, how much more it would have survived.
What do you mean by
Weirdly
that?
enough, Belch knocked it out.
Well, I used 2 Nasty Claws. I'm trying to sweep with Ice Punch. See how that goes.
Oh, okay, I see. You're crazy. I gotcha.
Yeah, totally crazy. And it wasn't worth it. I should have just used Earthquake on that.
Yeah, it's funny now that I think about it. I always mention that I keep one monitor for basically just watching TV while at work. And lately I've been like cleaning up. This currently right now, like as far as like TV shows are concerned, there are not a lot of TV shows actively spitting out new episodes right now. So I've been like catching up on shows that I was kind of like in the middle of. Like I'm currently watching Stargate Atlantis because it's been a while since I've been watching those episodes. But anyways, I also started watching while doing the Nuzlocke. I started watching Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Huh.
And instead of regular Dragon Ball Z to see what the difference is between Kai and regular.
And
Just,
what
there
was
are a
the
lot
difference?
If you watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, it will be like you're watching Dragon Ball Z, and then all of the details they removed from Dragon Ball Z Kai and from the original show, you won't even remember that they removed, because they took the best parts of Dragon Ball Z and stuck it in Dragon Ball Z Kai. And then you won't even remember the bad parts. Also, it's not like they removed a ton of episodes. It's not like they removed a ton of content. As far as I can tell, they removed like 40-ish episodes or so, maybe more. Quite frankly, my memory of that amount is off. All I remember is that when I was able to watch the entire Frieza saga in one sitting. That sitting was a whole entire day. But I was able to watch the entire Frieza saga in one sitting, which you could not do on the original show. So, I mean, they did remove a lot. Still.
I remember a long time ago when I was younger, I remember my mom watched the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy in like or no, it wasn't it was Game of Thrones. She watched the whole Game of Thrones trilogy in like 2 days.
Game of Thrones is not a trilogy. You might have had it right the first time. Lord of the Rings is a trilogy.
Did I upset you?
Did you do that on purpose?
No, I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Yes, Lord of the Rings is the trilogy. Game of Thrones is just a really, really long show.
I could have swore there were multiple Game of Thrones movies.
First of all, it's not a movie.
The TV series?
Yep.
Then it's a trilogy, right?
TV series aren't trilogies.
Really? Does it have to be movies?
Let's put it this way. For a show to begin and end in 3 episodes for a TV show would be extraordinarily rare. So rare, in fact, I can't even think of one.
All right, I'm gonna use the rest of my rare candies.
Actually, I just thought of one. No one's gonna know it though. There is a TV show that only had 3 episodes that I do know of. I just finished watching it this week. There is The Evolution of the Black Quarterback on Amazon Prime. It is 3 episodes.
I think I might regret not teaching Belch. I used all my rare candies. I'm at level 69, and the Espeon keeps living in low red health.
Okay, well, I am about to get there, but I'm only going to be level 66. And thanks to you saying that, I'm going to go pick up the candies. I skipped the candies, so I'm going to go pick them up now. I actually thought with Nasty Plot, Red would be a series of one-shots, and you'd be like, all right, I'm finished now. And the fact that you're saying you are not finished means I need to go pick up the candies.
Well, the main problem is, like, there's really no one to set up Curse on. Like, Thunder does slightly less than half from the Pikachu. Like, you just can't set up with that. I guess I'm stuck here. I guess I'm stuck here until I get a crit.
No, just leave. Leave and get some more candies. It sounds like if you're low red health, you're close. You just need some more candy.
No, I must get the crit.
I mean, did you skip the candies?
No, actually, I got most of them. I think the only one I skipped was...
You were that far ahead of me and you picked up the candies? Wow, I did something really wrong this run.
I think the only one I actually skipped that I could have gotten was the Mount Mortar candy. I might actually go get it just to get level 70. Maybe damage rounding might matter.
I did just pick that one up just now.
I think
damage rounding, it's a real thing.
Trust me, I know. Are you gonna get the one in Tin Tower?
No, but I certainly considered it.
Not that hard.
If my overlay literally didn't tell me that I had 6 candies, which would get me to level 70, I would have picked it up to get to 70. So you're saying because everybody does so much damage, I probably don't even need the leftovers?
That's not what I said. What I said is there's really nobody to set up Curse on, at least for the first 2 Pokemon.
What if I were to tell you Belch does, in fact, one-shot?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, Dominic, I love that. I don't know if Annie loves that, but Dominic, I appreciate your reference.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it did, because I did just say earlier I might regret not teaching Belch. Because I think the extra raw damage is going to matter here. Yet, I forgot to use the candy. Dude, I keep doing this.
Okay, first try. 109.04.
Nice. Yeah,
to
next
be fair,
time
though,
I am teaching
I had
Belch.
a very relevant crit on Snorlax with Belch.
Dude, Espeon keeps living. Yes, I am absolutely getting punished for not teaching Belch.
All right, I'll swap over.
Actually, here's a question. If we're not using Return, I wonder if we should change our day of the week to something else, because I know one of them gives the poison barb.
I mean, I think you just not teaching Belch was the
Yeah,
problem.
but the poison barb could help us until we get leftovers, because we don't need Quick Claw.
Oh wow, that is not as close as I thought it. When you said low, I assumed you meant like within range. Range.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm not gonna lie. I regret not teaching rest for this battle. Specifically for Snorlax. Not for Snorlax, but to use while on Snorlax.
Thank you for using Solar Beam, Venusaur. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, Earthquake was the dead move for red, so I would have taught rest over Earthquake.
I got a lucky crit, 110-31. I should not have won that.
You didn't win.
I did win.
What are you talking about? I got 109.04.
I meant win against red.
Oh, okay.
I said at least I win.
Okay. I see the confusion.
Yeah.
I was behind that whole entire run. If you didn't make that one decision with Belch, you would have easily have won.
Yeah. Yeah, besides teaching Belch as soon as I have access over Sludge Bomb, so I guess I should save my PP ups for it and not Sludge Bomb. But
Yes.
Is there any other changes? Did Nasty Plot come in useful at all?
That is a good question. Did Nasty Plot ever come in handy?
I only ever used it on Lance and Claire. I think Lance, it was 100% unnecessary. So I'm pretty sure Ice Punch would still one-shot the Dragonites.
I used it on Will, Bruno. That's it. Will and Bruno.
Well, I'm telling you, Will was completely easy with Sludge Bomb, and Bruno was really easy with Sludge Bomb and Earthquake. He was never really that hard.
Really worried. I was really worried about Will, so I used Nasty Plot and Crunch.
So are you going to keep Crunch next run?
Well, you just now informed me that you were able to beat Will without it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Hey, at least I got my under. Yeah, plus since we don't need return, I'm gonna set the game to Friday and get the Poison Barb. I actually know where it is too. Scott showed it to me during, I think it was Petarant, because I didn't pick it up because I kept setting my game to Sunday.
I constantly set my game to Sunday. I also do not know where it is.
Alright, the girl who gives Poison Barb is above the Union Cave Pokemon Center, in that little alleyway with the Great Ball. That's where she is. She's above the center. We can get it super early, too.
The girl above the Union Cave Center.
She's only there on Fridays, but that's like where she is. But yeah, if you set your game
you mean the great... Oh,
yeah.
She literally moves the Great Ball. She stands on top of it.
I don't think it does that in the vanilla game, though. I think that's just a randomizer thing.
What? No. It's like, you have to... So normally where she's standing is the Great Ball. So they move it left one.
They do that in the vanilla game?
We're playing the vanilla game.
Because I don't remember ever seeing that in like a regular game of Crystal. Because I know on Wednesdays there's a guy at the Lake of Rage who has a black belt and he stands on the rare candy, but I'm pretty sure I couldn't get that rare candy.
I mean, quite frankly, I've never really grabbed the Poison Barb, but on the randomizers, they move it left. So
that's what I
maybe you're
said.
right. Maybe the randomizers just manually move it, but I've never really played on the day of the week to get the Poison Barb. So maybe they do cover it up. Not like it's the end of the world, though, if we don't get the Great Ball. We actually have a Pokemon that literally cannot defeat Krabby, so it's fine. Let me grab a drink.
Yep. Yeah, so I think get the Poison Barb. Nasty Plot was honestly absolutely useless. So if I'm gonna have that extra move slot, maybe I could have both Ice and Thunder Punch, because Thunder Punch can still help with like Lance's Gyarados. It can help with. I know Ice Punch is helpful. It helped with Steelix and Claire and Lance. Maybe my moveset will
Hmm.
just be Poison Jab / Sludge Bomb, then Dig / Earthquake, and then Ice and Thunder Punch.
So if I'm not going to use Crunch, if the only Pokemon I need to use Crunch on the entire run is just the one Espeon from the Kimono Girls, then essentially I don't need Crunch. I'm going to remove that from my moveset. Nasty Plot was on my moveset the whole time. Okay. Well, that means I have so much space in my moveset, I can actually have a complete and utter overhaul if I wanted.
Yeah, I'm thinking of just by the time I get to Goldenrod, I might try to have my final set. Well, I think
Maybe I just actually keep Return this time.
I don't know. I don't think Return's gonna be that useful.
It's not about the usefulness of Return. It's about the fact that Belch has got 10 PP
I mean, there are
and Sludge
PP
Bomb has
ups.
10 PP.
I mean, my main sweeping moves throughout most of the game were Sledge Bomb and Earthquake with Ice Punch.
I'm not talking about the post game. I'm talking about like for the rocket section and all the area where you actually use PP.
Oh, the Rocket section, I did have Return, yeah. I think what I
Mm-hmm.
should do, I held on to Dig for too long. I think I should have taught Return over Dig before doing that entire section. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. This thing's moveset's really hard to envision. It's so diverse. Really, it's hard to... I would have to actually just play the run just to know what I'm doing.
I might actually hold on to Poison Jab for a little while longer than I expect.
I might actually skip Sludge Bomb and go straight to Belch, maybe. Actually...
Hmm.
No, I think I'll get Sludge Bomb. Just wait till I get it by level up, but don't use my PP ups on it.
I don't see where Thunder Punch is gonna help.
It's not. I never once used it. Hey, Area 91.
Shadow Ball wouldn't help, right?
No, I
Wait,
never...
Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball could defeat all Espeons. It's physical instead of being special, like Crunch.
Didn't you just say that Belch one-shot Sabrina's whole team, though?
This is true. This is true. And
The only
you
spot...
said Sludge Bomb was able to defeat Will.
Yeah, all the Zatus and the Exegutors and the Jinxes were one-shots. The only thing that lived was Slowbro, but it always lives.
Okay. Okay. So then Shadow Ball really isn't needed.
I don't think so, no.
I'm having a hard time. Now we went from having too many move options to now what am I gonna put in my fourth slot?
I know, it's really hard. Nasty Plot's not useful. We're only gonna have Ice Punch. You're probably gonna have Return, but I'm not gonna have Return. I'm gonna have Dig and Earthquake. I don't know, I think we should just play the run and we'll just find out from there. I'm gonna have your stream up now. I actively...
Maybe the answer's low kick.
Oh, absolutely not. That thing is only 50 base power. Where would that help?
This is true. Where would that help?
And this
How
isn't
would that ever be more powerful than just any stab poison move?
So low kick would effectively just be 75 base power with 10% chance to miss.
The problem is where would I don't have any resets the whole run. Like if you remove the 3 resets I had to Espeon because I didn't use Belch, I don't have any resets in the run. And that's with the dead moves on my moveset.
Well, my only resets were one on
Ooh,
Chuck and
ooh, ooh,
every other
ooh, ooh.
reset on
And
blue
he
and red.
brings up the fact I got a lucky crit on Snorlax on Red's team. Maybe, just maybe, that fourth move is Dynamic Punch to defeat Snorlax.
I did get a 2-shot range on it with Sludge Bomb, but I don't know if one of those is a crit.
And you know, Stab Dynamic Punch is gonna be.
That's actually a good
Wait a
idea.
second. Stab Dynamic Punch is only 150 power. Meanwhile, Belch is 180.
Yeah,
How is that?
Belch would be. Wait, you got to remember super effectiveness, dude.
Oh right, 300 power versus 180.
Dynamic Punch might actually one-shot the Snorlax.
I'm also not
Hello,
gonna be using Dynamic Punch until we get to Red, so I still am gonna have that fourth slot.
Hey, Steve. Hello, fart inhaler slam poetry. Well, clam me full of cream and call me cannoli queen. What's your favorite Milcery evolution? I don't know. The pink one?
What? What?
Did you hear that
I don't
username?
understand. I didn't even understand the Pokemon question either.
Milcery is from Gen 8. It's that Pokemon that looks like a cake.
Oh, I know what we should use. We should use Fly Move.
Where would that help?
It was a joke.
Oh, imagine if you were serious. Like, we haven't had a run where we needed
There's
to
only
use
one-
Fly Move.
There's only one place where Fly Move would help, and unfortunately, you get Fly Move for defeating the place that Fly Move would help.
Blueberry
You
one's your
get it?
top 5. Nice. Oh, yeah, I understand you.
Fly Move would be good for defeating Chuck, but you can't use it on Chuck because Chuck gives Fly Move.
Honestly, I think the only really good solution for Chuck is just spam headbutt and hope for the best. Maybe I could get the mint berry because he never seems to use dynamic punch, so maybe come in with the mint berry just in case he uses hypnosis.
Yeah, he did hit me with Hypnosis. If I didn't get that confusion, I definitely would have lost.
Well, tussle my truffles like I'm your ill mycelium mistress. What's your favorite fungi Pokemon? Seeing as nobody
Okay,
knows
well,
a
you answer that.
Milcery.
I'm gonna hit the restroom.
My favorite fungi Pokemon? Amoonguss. It looks like a Pokeball and it knows Spore. Are you just coming up with these rhymes just now, or did you prepare a list? You are the GOAT. Nobody remembers Breloom. That's true. Breloom? I don't really like Breloom. It's 4 times weak to flying. It's got Spore, but... Oh, fun fact. Breloom itself doesn't get Spore. Shroomish gets Spore. So if you don't level up Shroomish to get Spore, Breloom will never have it. Fun fact. But yeah, I think that's just... I think that'll be the overall change. I will set the game to Friday, though. For the Poison Barb.
When I did Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, one of the Pokemon I tried out because everybody was gawking about how good it was Breloom. Did not see the appeal.
I think... Well, I know if you get Breloom, or... You have to, if you level up Shroomish enough, it gets Spore, so that way Breloom can get it, but Breloom itself can't learn Spore. It's like a prior evolution move.
This was for the Battle Tower.
Yeah, it gets Spore really high. Alright, so,
Alright.
ready to start run 2?
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. She's the girl above the Union Cave Pokemon Center.
Yeah,
Out
it's
the right
impossible to
frame.
miss. I grabbed the Great Ball on every run.
Yep. Alright, you, ready?
Yep.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Friday. Oh God, no.
Friday.
I've given myself bad luck.
Did you name yourself Speed?
I did.
Dude, we keep telling you that's bad luck.
I know. Okay. Well,
Alright, so
I did.
definitely fight all the wild Pokemon.
Oh, what day of the week is the girl who gives you the pink bow?
Tuesday. But you have to beat Faulkner first.
Oh, that sucks.
I remember learning about that from Scott, so if you want it, uh, you would have to go walk back there manually if you want the pink bow early game, which I don't really see the point of.
I agree.
Poison Heal Facade Breloom has unfathomable power. The only Pokemon I know that has Poison Heal is Gliscor. I remember seeing that in the Battle Tower a few times. But it's good
I
to
feel
see a
like
lot of chatters in the vertical today. I've been seeing those with more chatters lately. I think they're finally starting to catch on.
unfortunately I'm old man, get off your lawn about abilities. I've completely and utterly ignored their entire existence.
I will admit I have for the longest time too. I didn't really pay attention to them until I think just solo running when I started trying it like 3 or so years ago. Because all I knew was abilities are just annoying. Like, I always thought of Intimidate not as a good ability. I always thought of it as the annoying ability that every Gyarados had. That's what I thought of it as.
Basically, the only ability that I acknowledged its existence was sturdy, and that was it.
Yeah.
Every other ability was just there.
Well, that'll change for the better once you eventually do Fire Red.
I'm looking forward and not looking forward to it at the same time.
What, you think it's going to be hard, or is it going to be like teaching an old dog new tricks?
Both.
Both. It's alright, I won't do too much gatekeeping. Man, my wild encounter luck is... My wild encounters are quite high. I'm
Oh,
almost
dude,
level
my
8.
wild encounter luck is insane. I'm already level 8, and I haven't even made it to
So am I.
Violet yet.
I was level 8 before the first trainer.
I'm not even at Violet yet. Oh my god, I'm really close to level 9 already.
Hey, Steve, can you quit being ahead of me, please?
Well, I was only 52 experience away from level 9. I just now set foot in the city.
Come on, quit being ahead of me. I ran out
There
of
is one
headbutts.
benefit. One benefit is that I just two-shot the Spearow instead of 3.
I don't know, man. You're weak to flying. You better go do Sprout Tower. Man, when I eventually expand my setup, I want to try and get a 4th monitor.
Yeah, I love my 4 monitors. I use every single one of them every single day.
I will
You
say
know what's
one thing
crazy?
that's
Not
really
only do I
annoying.
use
I was gonna say one thing that's really annoying is sometimes I lose track of where my mouse cursor is.
that is true. That is true. Um,
Oh
not only
God.
do I have 4 monitors and I use all of them, I use all of them like quite easily. Like I still have like I constantly use half monitor things.
Hey Steve, I
Like
got a reset on Faulkner.
wow.
It's
Like
Mud
for
Slap.
instance, the top right hand corner of my left monitor is the regular chat. The bottom right hand corner of the left monitor is the stream chat. The
Okay, this blows.
left hand side of the left hand monitor
Dude,
is speed stream.
this
So I mean
blows.
I'm using up like I've got more than one thing open on each of the monitors. Okay, you were right about the great ball thing.
She's standing on top of it.
They did move it for
Yeah.
the randomizer.
Hey, Steve, it took me 4 tries to beat Faulkner because the first Pidgey kept hitting me with Mud Slap and I kept missing my moves. I only won because I flinched the Pidgey. And I think that's what happened last time, because level 10 would not one-shot that Pidgey. So I think you have to get a flinch.
Interesting. I know I got a flinch on Pidgeotto and I 2-shot the Pidgey. So I don't think that happened to me.
Yeah. I guess I just never noticed this because I think in the first run I flinched the Pidgey, so I never knew it could have used Mud Slap. It's a shame TPC won't allow Game Freak to have a completely unlocked Pokédex since the debut of Home. I was so close to having a full crab team this gen. Oh.
A full crab team. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Darn it. Geodude guy saw me.
He saw me last run too. Oh, that was a wild Zubat? Come on. That was not a rocket Zubat? Jeez.
Hey, Steve, can you quit being ahead of me, please? I got bad luck.
I'll get bad luck somewhere else.
I'm sure you will.
Don't worry about it. Knowing my luck, the Scyther will, I don't know, get some sort of unforeseen flinch with the Fury attack or something.
Fury Cutter can't flinch.
All right, I know. That's why I said unforeseen.
What, your luck is so bad the game
that doesn't exist.
like your luck is so bad the game cheats?
Right? The other day, I can't remember what run I was doing, but so I got locked into Fire Spin on Ninetales, and it used 2 super potions while also in Fire Spin, and it just so happens that using 2 super potions put it out of range my attack to knock it out. So like it got to put me at another Fire Spin lock.
Nice.
Annie said, would you say an old CRT would be a good second monitor?
CRT?
No.
I will say, I remember once a long time ago, my friend got this, it was like a very tiny portable box TV that had like a, not kidding, like a 10-inch screen. It was one of those old TVs that would have like antennas on the back of it. You could like watch black and white TV wherever you wanted. He modded the thing so he could plug VGA into it, and he had a web browser window inside of it, and it was like 100 by 100 pixels or something. It looked so bad.
Everybody my age and older really feels old when you just said that, because that's just a TV. I had one of those in front of my bed. That was a very normal thing. That was so normal. Everybody had those.
Did I upset you?
You're talking about it like it's a relic.
The thing was a relic. It looked like it was from the 80s.
I know it's a relic. I'm a relic. It makes me feel so old. I assume you got a Bellsprout, because I did not.
I never found one, no. Not this time. Surprisingly, out of all of those encounters, I never had a Bellsprout show up.
Same, and also I still am not finding Oddish. I have found there we go.
You don't need Oddish.
This is true. I don't want Oddish.
Exactly. Now you're getting it. Well, it looks like I'm starting to catch up to you. I'm fighting the rival right now.
Don't worry. Even though you are both younger than me, but older than Speed, you will find things that just turn into, oh my god, I'm just old man now. I'm just so old.
I think Annie's younger than I am.
Andrew Palmer says he has that TV in his basement right now.
But no, like seriously, he modded the thing to plug in a VGA cable into it.
And Andrew, my parents still have the TV. The so the the CRT that you're talking about. Imagine that,
Dude,
but 1,000 pounds and like 40 inches wide. My parents have one of those.
we used to have one of those in my parents' bedroom. When we moved away, though, we tried to give it away for free on Facebook, and no one would take it.
Right, because
Can't
you would
give
have to
those
be
away.
an absolute moron to want one of them.
There's only one reason you would ever want a CRT, and that's to play like old-fashioned game consoles.
No, okay. There's basically if you want to play like a Nintendo 64 or you're like a Smash Bros fanatic, then I think the Nintendo or then the CRT is for you.
Plus, the other thing with the CRT that people don't talk about, when you use consoles that are made for those things like N64, the Wii, the GameCube, there's pretty much no input delay, because have you ever plugged in like an older style console into a flat screen TV and the color just looks really washed?
Yeah,
It's because it's trying to emulate the composite, and
I can take
it's
I
trying.
can actually explain this one step further.
Go
So
ahead.
not only does it look bad, you will be like, this doesn't look as good as that did when I was a child, and you'll think, oh, but maybe that's just because I have nostalgia for the old. No, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. The CRTs, they registered stuff in circular, like the monitor itself was circular, all right?
Yeah.
So like it had a curve to it. That curve added a dimension to the like characters. So like for instance, I don't know, let's say you were talking about Star Fox, right? Star Fox looks like super blocky when you're playing it now. And then you're like, I don't remember him looking so square. And then you plug it into a CRT TV and he looks so much more 3D. And
Exactly.
it's just the simple fact that it was made for that old TV.
Yeah. And
So
another
you're not
thing,
crazy. It was literally different back then.
Steve doesn't mention is that whenever you play those older consoles on like a flat screen TV that has the composite, I think due to similar reasons that Steve just stated, it also creates input lag. Like whenever you play like the systems on a CRT, there's effectively no lag. It's like you press the button and it immediately does the action. When you do it on a newer screen and you plug it into that newer screen, there's a tiny bit of delay to it. I'm sure casual people wouldn't notice, but I've listened to like actual like people who speedrun N64 games. They will only ever play the games on a CRT. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, my brother's a purist like this. I notice it, and I just don't care. My brother is a purist about all things. When he will purposely buy like I shouldn't say thousand. He'll buy like $350, $500 monitors because it gives him what is it called?
Depth perception?
No, they'll have all these stats that he's specifically looking for that will make everything smooth with no motion blur or any. I don't remember all the technical terms. I'm not a purist like that.
I don't think
Plus he's an
purist is the right
audiophile.
word.
Purist is absolutely the right word. He's anal about everything being perfect about everything. I just mentioned he's also an audiophile. An audiophile, they're all about perfect audio. And
Sounds like
quite
he and I would
frankly,
get along.
so I also hear the difference between all of these different things. I just don't care. A really, really easy way of telling the difference between an audiophile's sound and a normal people's sound. Listen to Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. And specifically try and hear all of the layers of sound.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why I say Bohemian Rhapsody, it was ahead of its time. And when I say ahead of its time, He literally, Queen used up every single layer of sound humanly possible at that time, and he actually wanted more layers at
But
that time.
but it wasn't possible.
He it was impossible at that time to add more than like 7 layers, but you can physically hear each and every instrument very cleanly on Bohemian Rhapsody if you choose to listen to it that way. But that
Yeah,
one is the one of the easiest ways to tell if you're an audiophile or not, because if you can't hear each and each and every individual instrument in Bohemian Rhapsody, you don't care enough to be an audiophile.
I 100% agree with that statement. Because I mentioned this before, but I really hate music streaming services and like MP3 downloads because of the way they compress the audio. So the only way I ever listen to music is ripped straight from CDs because you can rip them yourself to be the purest quality possible. And I mentioned there's a big difference to that stuff, like what you just said with the layering. When I listen to the streaming versions of them, the lower like layered sounds just sound so muffled to me, and it makes me sick to just listen to. But when I listen to the pure ripped version that I ripped off a disc myself, it sounds extremely good and perfect. I just cannot listen to music through streaming ever again. And if you guys are wondering, like, hey, it's not a big deal, the music sounds fine to me when I listen to it. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff that gets compressed
It's
out that you never noticed. Like the
it's
example, I used to rip them into MP3 files, and then I was recommended by my uncle that I should rip them as FLAC files, which are uncompressed. There's a huge difference. I took a 3-minute song, ripped it as MP3, and then FLAC. The MP3 was like 3 megabytes, right? The FLAC was 25. That's how much is being compressed. And you guys will hear the difference. Like, listen to one song in 2 different formats, like Steve said, you will 100% hear it, and you'll never want to go back. But then
the
again,
problem is people don't know what good audio sounds like
no, they
because
do not.
a lot of people will buy stuff like Skull Candy earbuds, and they just will
Uh,
never know because they will literally have never listened to good audio in their entire life and will just not know.
yeah, I've read somewhere that those like very expensive brand headphones and earbuds don't even sound the best. They're just marked up high just for brand recognition, kind of like Beat headphones. Like people will pay for
True.
them just because they're Beat.
Actually, interestingly enough, Beat, as you just mentioned, used to be low quality, high price. They have upped their quality game recently. Um,
Yeah, but I'm sure
I
they
now have
haven't downed their price.
no, of course not. I have Beats earbuds for work. Um, because my brother told me that Beats actually changed the way they used to do things. Same thing with Apple.
Hmm.
Apple used to be behind at everything. Everything. Don't let anybody like, and we're talking within like the last 4 or 5 years. Don't let anybody fool you. If they said Apple's been the best forever, they don't know jack shit. Um, Apple used to be behind on every single feature on every single product, and they used to have really, really good marketing saying that they were first in everything. And
Oh, I
in
know that.
hindsight, they were 4 years behind.
I know
Every
that.
single thing that came out on Android came out 4 years later on Apple. Like
Oh, I know that.
Apple was so behind. It's not even funny. And if you don't know this, then you're just an Apple person, and you chose to have close your eyes.
I know exactly what you mean. I've seen all the memes of like Apple introducing like these brand new features and people talking about like how Android's had it since like 2016 or something.
Yes, Apple is at minimum 4 years behind at everything. Now they're pretty much up to date on everything. But for the longest time they were behind at like everything. They have caught up. Beats has caught up in quality. A lot of brands are now quite equal.
That makes sense to me. Black Metal says he tried to play N64 on a flat screen and it bothered his eyes. Exactly. Plus, yeah, Annie, what you just said. The delay is because of converting the signal. That's
Oh,
why
are they?
flat screens cannot play composite game consoles as good, because it has to convert the signal, which creates color fading and it creates lag. Most people
No,
don't
Andrew
care,
Palmer.
just because, like,
Whatever.
I'll,
Oh, good.
yeah. Most people don't care about that just because, like Steve said, people don't know what good is anymore. They just think, hey, as long as it works, it's good. But no, people don't know what they're missing out on.
Apple is not behind. In fact, they're actually leaders in some of the categories. They used to be behind in everything. Now they're actually leading some categories. Like for instance, Apple products have like the best battery life around now. They used to never. It used to be a running joke that Apple products had like a 2-hour battery life.
Honestly,
Now they've really upped their game.
I used to care about high battery life because when I was younger, I was the kind of guy who would only charge his phone like once every 4 days and only until it got to 1%. But I've changed my ways and I charge it every night. So if I don't care about the difference between a 20 and a 25-hour battery life, I just plug my stuff in every night now.
Yeah, I also plug it in. At some point, battery life became irrelevant to me because it's just the difference between plugging it in and not plugging it in at night.
Yeah,
Some days I can go without charging for 2 whole days because battery life has just gotten so good that it just doesn't matter anymore.
I have gone a few days without charging before.
Yeah. Whereas before, like if you didn't charge your phone at night, it was
Dang
dead
it.
the next day. Like it just was.
I am consistently like 40 seconds behind Steve right now. Faulkner really set me back.
It's okay. I'm gonna screw up Chuck here. I'm gonna get hit by like a crit or something in the gym.
Oh, I actually
But
didn't
yeah.
get the mint berry. Oh well, guess I'm going in YOLO style.
But the reason why Apple and Beats were so far like they had really good marketing. Very good marketing.
People just paid for brand recognition. They'll do anything for just owning the brand, you know? Like, there's some people who would try to, like... I've seen some people online talk about, like, how, like, one of their biggest dating red flags is someone who owns an Android. Because that, like, shows they're poor or something. Which is
Actually, yeah.
so... That's
Um
just dumb.
Apple actually leads the market in several categories. Like I just mentioned battery life. I actually think that Apple also leads in some cameras. Not all cameras because there's obviously like a million Androids and there's one Apple, but they definitely lead in a lot of camera categories too.
That's, like, the only thing they keep improving with their phones. Every new model, the only thing they really change is the camera. Because everything else about the phone still looks the same.
Well, they know their market. They know their market really likes pictures a lot. Like they're influencers and high schoolers. And what do they both of those have in common? Pictures.
Selfies.
So I mean, Apple is really good at marketing, and they know what people want. So I mean, I can't
Oh,
I
crud.
can't blame them for doing what they're supposed to do.
Alright, fortunately, Poison Jab two-shot the Poliwrath. I did get put to
You're
sleep, but I
somehow
woke
making
up.
up a lot of time on me. Oh God. I keep battling spinners, and I apparently just battled this extra trainer for no reason. Oh God, please don't let me lose. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. Just know what? I'm gonna lose. Damn it. I battled this trainer by accident. Oh,
Oh, get the max potion. Where is it? There it is. Steve showed me
yeah,
that max potion. That's the Steve M plays max potion. He discovered it.
you've made up so much time on me just now. I have screwed up so bad. I accidentally battled the trainer with the Nidorina, and I was already asleep from Chuck.
Hmm. Well, I just fought Doug Trio guy by accident.
Purpose.
Hey, Steve, will you let me catch up, please?
I did. I fought Nidorino and Nidorina guy. Where were you?
Fighting Doug Trio guy. No, what am I doing? Oh, I forgot to buy Ice Punch. You know what?
Interesting.
I'm gonna do what Steve does. I'm gonna go fly to Goldenrod after Chuck. What he does.
This is true.
I'm gonna get the PP up too, because I'm gonna want that for Belch.
Interestingly enough, I have actually found this poison barb to be extraordinarily good. It is turned a
Oh,
lot
right.
of like, what do you call it? Ranges into one shots, and I didn't even know they were ranges.
Makes sense. Alright, I am going to teach Ice Punch over Crunch.
I never even taught Crunch.
I did for Morty's trainers. The Ghastlies.
I should have. But I just used dig on the first trainer, and then I healed, and then I used dig on the rest.
Fun fact, the latest iPhone is actually slower than the latest Samsung. Samsung makes way better phones than Apple does. My phone's I have a Samsung, I think it's an A53 5G.
I had the Samsung S5 at one point. That makes me feel like a dinosaur. That was my first non-flip phone or track phone. Was my Samsung S5. And the worst part is it was defective.
My first non-track phone flip phone was I don't remember what the model was. It was also from track phone, because track phone at the time also had their own line of smartphones. They weren't good, but they had them. And then after that, I had a Motorola, and then the camera on it broke and the charging port got destroyed. So I replaced it with my current A53, which I bought through Straight Talk. I think I only paid like 150. I think I only paid 200 for that phone. Oh my god. Hey Steve, will you let me catch up, please?
My Samsung S5, it did not get cellular service.
What did it
was
do?
Nothing. It always said E 24/7. It was defective. I had to return it.
Apple is just a pay-to-use phone through Apple apps. I've actually heard a lot of people be really mad about the Apple Store lately. I know there's been a lot of drama with like what's that one game?
Did you
Fortnite.
see that Apple mouse?
The one with the charging port on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the worst designs of all time. Actually, they're the ones who
worst part is-
invented the earbud charger dongle.
Didn't they make a second Apple mouse and they did it again?
Yeah, they did.
So
I used to watch this guy on YouTube
It was
who-
not a design flaw. They did it on purpose.
Yes,
They wouldn't make the same design flaw twice in a row.
or the headphone jack and the charging port dongle. Like that was
To be
just straight
fair,
up dumb.
at the time that was stupid. As of right now, that is technically ahead of its time because all phones do that now.
Well, I know they've been taking those out of phones to make them more waterproof. Plus, the Bluetooth headsets, earbuds are like more accessible than ever. Back then, they really weren't. Most people still use wired.
Yeah, I'm just saying that technically you can blame Apple because they were tone deaf at the time, but technically, if you want to look back at them from the future, they were ahead of their time.
Yeah, not in a good way. Oh, another thing that Apple did, I remember, like, this was when I was still in high school, so it was a long time ago. They released some sort of, some huge Apple-branded monitor, and it was like $900, and the stand was a separate 300 sold separately. Like, the monitor didn't even come with a stand. You had to buy it separately yourself.
Apple really can get away with so much.
Or even better, what wasn't Apple the ones who started not including the charger bricks in their new phones?
Yes, I think the government literally had to get involved.
I know the EU's been on Apple's ass a lot about that stuff. I think the
Like, I
EU
think,
was the one that forced Apple to go USB-C.
oh, well, yes, that, but I think they also passed a law that said you had to include a charging cable with your phone, something like that.
Because I don't know, when I got my phone, like, this was, I don't know how recent this was, but when I got mine, the one I use now, it didn't come with a brick. It just had a cable.
Brick?
Yeah, I'm talking about the charger brick. The one you plug into the
Charger
wall.
brick?
The one you plug into the wall.
Oh, I see. I don't know what the name of that would be. When
Wall
I think of
socket?
charging brick, I think of like laptops where the middle thing is the like
So
real
what?
large
So
one.
what? Am I the old one now?
No, no, you just had a term for something I just didn't.
What do you call those then?
The charger.
The charger. I did get one reset on Jasmine because, unfortunately, Ice Punch is a 3-shot, and she just never missed Iron Tail once.
That is true. I see how that could have happened to me, but she did get one miss.
I have 6 resets right now. Actually, wait, no, that's not right.
Interesting.
Actually, that should be at 4 resets. There we go. I was trying to reset, but I was like clicked off of my emulator, so it wouldn't actually reset. So I think that artificially boosted my reset counter. So I'm at 4 resets. Why am I paralyzed?
Because you just love being paralyzed?
I don't think so. I know Steve's in the radio tower too, but I'm trying to see like where he is at.
I'm about to go against the big rocket, the big kahuna, the one with all the...
Oh, okay. So I am
Nope.
3
take that back.
trainers behind you.
Porygon guy, my bad.
I'm 2 or 3 trainers behind you now. Then again, I
just
might
did
be a
use
bit
an
ahead.
ether, though.
I might be a bit ahead because I did actually get some rare candies when I was flying around earlier, and I know you'll
I
have
did
to
not.
do that.
I don't ever do that until after I have the Dratini.
I don't know. It's just the way I
feel like
did
it's a
things.
I just feel like it's a complete waste of time if I don't if I can't get all of them in a row all at once.
I understand that. All right, I need to ether dig, ether
Boy,
headbutt.
this building is a completely different experience when you have dig.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way. Being able to just be able to dig all of the poison matchups instead of having to headbutt or ice punch them all is way better.
Yeah, I was a bit confused at that because I had dig my first run.
Yeah, well, I had to keep crunching my moveset, so
Oh,
it was
yeah.
unfortunate.
The Wheezing blew up when I was underground.
Good for you.
I like how on your overlay, the rival's the only one with an animated sprite. We had to use the still images because we had no idea if the animated ones would work, but I guess when downloading them all, Steve downloaded the animated one instead by mistake. The rival's the only one animated. I mean, we could replace them all, but I guess Steve just doesn't really care.
I haven't really worked on the overlay in a while, and MVF said that he is gonna be real busy for like the next month.
Yeah, I'm sure his business is going to be real busy.
I only asked for one feature, but I have not heard back from him, so he must be extraordinarily busy. I was hoping to get a feature where I can turn up and down the death counter for the Nuzlocke because I have a glitch where if something dies, obviously it counts as a death like usual. But if you move it out of slot 1, kind of like the Ditto glitch, it will count again. So I need to be able to reduce the death counter because I will inevitably move stuff out of slot 1 when it dies.
Dude, I am consistently 2 trainers behind you. I was at 3, now I'm at 2. I'm catching up to you, man. Better be scared.
How are you getting through these trainers without having like ether?
I used some ethers before the wheezing guy. Looks like you're fighting the second to last rocket run before the director. I am just fighting the girl rocket that blocks the door. I'm coming to you, man. Can you imagine if Steve somehow keeps his lead the whole time? I can actually say that Faulkner cost me the run.
What do you mean imagine? This literally happened to me last run with you. You kept the 40-second lead all the way up to red. You
And
never lost your like 40-second lead on me all the way to red.
And how did you let me get that lead? Did you have like resets on a gym? Like something real early?
It's a good question. I literally don't remember. All I just remember is you had 40-second lead on me. Lighthouse. I did Lighthouse first and you didn't.
Oh.
You know, I was trying to get Crunch.
I thought we were talking about a different run.
Last run, I did Lighthouse first so I can get Crunch, and apparently
Oh.
you were able to just get Crunch without doing Lighthouse.
Oh, yeah.
And
I didn't
obviously,
even go to the...
I lost the whole walking time between the two cities, and
I didn't even do training to the left or to the right. I just fought optional trainers leading up to Ekritik. That's what I did this run. Hey, Steve, you just beat that Houndoom guy. I am fighting him right now.
congrats.
I'm coming for you, man. Now I'm only 1 trainer behind.
I don't even understand how. I didn't even do any of that wrong.
Didn't we both agree that my overworld is better than yours, but your menuing is better?
Well, I'm sorry, but we were in an enclosed building. How in the world could your overworlding save you time in an enclosed building with barely any turns?
Who knows? But it's okay, though. The bike shop called me. We're good.
Oh God, I had the bike ship call literally in my
Oh, God.
first like time in Olivine.
You're going to gain a little bit of time on me. I just realized before I went in Ice Cave, I completely forgot super repels.
Oh, well, there's some time.
Fortunately, I didn't go in the cave yet. But I had to fly to Olivine. Now I have to go back.
Oh, I didn't get the PP up. Well, that could end up being devastating.
Well, that time gain I gained in the tower is all gone now.
Hey, you can gain even more time if you get that PP up. Hey, did you ever figure out Poison Jab was strong enough to defeat Claire? Wasn't it not?
When I said it didn't, I only tested a random trainer's Dragonair, but we didn't have the Poison Barb. God.
Maybe I just use Ice Punch like I did last time. I just don't know if it'll work because I think I'm a lower level than last time, but I also had the better poison move last time. I had Sludge Bomb last time. right, I'm actually gonna save in front of Claire because last time that did not go so well. That one as expected.
Alright, so it looks like Ice Punch is one-shotting, so that's good to know.
Okay, Claire was fine with Poison Jab. She didn't
Alright.
use Smoke Screen, so it went even more smooth this time than it did last time.
Alright, I'm fighting Claire right now. Dang, if I didn't do that dumb screw-up with the Super Repels, I'd probably be tied with you right now.
That's not a screw up. You have to do that every run. That was the time save that you had on me that you didn't know. That's not a screw up. That's a regular thing. You just saved time.
Well, I walked up to the cave, realized I didn't have the repels, then I flew away and had to walk back to the cave again.
I understand, but you're framing it like it's a time loss. No, you just never lost the time to begin with. It cost me time to buy them. So you gained that time and just what do you call it? What do you call it when you bank something and then you do it later?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. But essentially you pushed it off to later. So you were closer than you actually were to me.
Okay, that makes sense. You're probably closer to me though, because
I haven't done the rare candies yet, and you have.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do all the rare candies, but I did get the Mount. The only candy I haven't really gotten yet that I got this last time was the Mount Mortar candy. But I think I will go get that.
Oh, I'm 100% getting that one. That one got me to level 70.
That one
and
did
I plan
too.
on doing the exact same amount of training this time as I did last time. So on the bright house, and don't need the lighthouse candy.
I forget fishermen can see you while you're surfing. I forget they can do that.
Although the lighthouse candy wouldn't be that bad to get. There's a PP up over there for Belch.
I forgot the Dratini.
Well,
I was so focused on trying to get ahead of you that I completely forgot.
That is completely on you, and that is, in fact, a time loss. Or gain, then loss. However you want to look at it.
I hate this Dratini.
Well, maybe you should make Side Duck part of your regular routing.
Don't tempt me. You know what? To try and make up for lost time, I'm not getting that Mount Mortar candy.
Okay. No, I just battled a trainer. Oh god, and they have an Espeon.
Please kill him. Please kill him.
It's okay. I did kill him. You're right. Thank you for the words of inspiration.
I was talking to the Espeon.
Well, oh god, I battled another trainer. What is wrong with me?
Dang it. Dude, you jinxed it. I battled the Bulbasaur girl.
Apparently, my brain decided we're training, and I guess we're training.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
God damn it! I battled a third trainer by accident.
Thanks, man. I appreciate this.
I'm blowing this so hard. Maybe I was trying to get to level 48 for Sludge Bob subconsciously.
I think I'm tied with you right now. Sludge Bomb. Yes, I do want that, but I'm not going to use my PP ups on it.
Why not? It's part of your final moveset, right?
Yeah, totally. I might be a higher level than I was last time. I don't remember. You know, it's actually nice seeing a Pokemon actually spam poison as its main offensive move. It still sucks offensively, but it's nice seeing a change of pace. I think I'm ahead of Steve now, actually. But I don't know. I think the YouTube stream has like a 5-second delay, so I have no idea. We might just be tied.
Oh god, I wasn't supposed to use Ice Punch on Xatu, was I?
Oh, geez. The Slowbro hit me with, it hit me with Psychic, and I lived at like 11 HP, but then the Xatu used Quick Attack.
At least you lived. I didn't.
I saw that. At least you lived.
Now that I know it's not a one-shot, I'm actually gonna go headbutt on turn 1.
I'm gonna do that too.
No! Why?
Huh, Xatu didn't use Quick Attack this time.
What the heck? Why are you living? We're the same level.
What did we do on that Slowbro last time? Because it was never an issue.
I had Crunch last time.
Oh, Slowbro? Doesn't Slowbro have way more defense than special defense?
But why are you living? I have been one-shot by this Slowbro 3 times now.
I'm level 50. Wait.
You were not level 50 at the time.
Oh.
Okay, I just now lived. It was a range. You got really lucky range multiple times. Oh, Quick Attack!
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Yeah, but at least you... Great, I've been Falconered.
I think both of us just got really lucky on the first attempt at Will, that we never knew he was a problem.
I was not lucky at Will. Mine went exactly as planned. If anything, your attempt now was lucky. I've been Quick Attack twice now, and I have not gotten a flinch yet with Headbutt. Statistically, I should have gotten 2 flinches by now.
Are you waiting the 2 seconds?
I hate how you just said that.
You're repeating the same seeds, man. Where's my elixir?
I've been Quick Attacked 3 times now. You got lucky. I don't even understand how the Xatu didn't Quick Attack you.
On the second time, I have no idea. Maybe I was at higher health. I was at 17 HP remaining, but I saw you were at like 9.
Did they remove the flinch chance? What is happening right now? I've been flinched. I've been Quick Attacked 4 times and still no flinches.
Dude, I'm looking at you. You're not waiting the 2 seconds.
I am waiting. I'm waiting at different times in the battle.
Oh.
See, still no flinch.
Never mind.
9 resets. That's how lucky you got.
Well, I kind of want to argue you got lucky at Faulkner.
9 resets lucky. Also, Headbutt. Headbutt should have gotten 3 flinches by now. How is this happening to me?
I think the game hates you.
Oh, finally the Xatu didn't use.
Yeah, I have no idea why he chooses not to use Quick Attack at times. I have no idea.
I'm gonna lose single-handedly because of this.
And I was behind you the whole time until now because of Faulkner. He took me 4 resets just because of Bud Slap luck.
It's not like you can say, oh, I was a higher level than you. We were both 49.
I thought I was level 50.
I was watching yours at the same time. We were the same.
Oh. I got belched this time.
You know, now that I know how the the double team in this game is not as good as it is in the previous game. It kind of makes it understandable how in the world I'm able to hit the Crobat so easily in like every single run, even though it uses the double team every single run.
Right. Yeah, double team and stand attack were nerfed in Gen 2.
That's funny. Machamp just got a critical hit cross chop and it didn't even do half.
Well, I think poison resists fighting.
I know, but it's still funny. Critical hit cross chop.
You know, it's a shame Scott is going to be too busy the rest of the year to do these backports, but hopefully in the new year he'll start doing them with us. I think he did say once the new year started he'd have more time.
Well, that was lucky. I just got a sand attack miss and a stun spore miss. Do I think they were both relevant to me winning or losing? Probably not. But do I feel good that they happened? Yes.
You know, I've been taking the exact same steps in Rock Tunnel. My Super Repel ran out on the same tile 2 runs in a row.
The only way I could possibly ever even conceivably learn how to do Rock Tunnel is if I was staring at the counter for repels. Like I do in
I mean, it's mostly bumping into walls, although there is one section where you have to knowingly move down one space without with the no wall to bump into. So I guess a repel counter would work there. But I mean, like you said, like it only really saves you time if you avoid the jump left girl. Like if you hit jump left girl, then I will have done it faster. But if you skip her, then it's effectively tied.
Yeah.
But I don't think you really have to worry about doing it. I just do it to flex.
In theory, there is that one spinner ignorable?
What spinner?
The spinner outside of Rock Tunnel from Lavender.
The guy with the single Machamp? That's not a spinner.
There's a spinner. You probably
that
ignore him
one?
so often.
Oh, yeah, you can always dodge him if you don't go up too far. When I go past the ledge out of Lavender, I only go up one and then go all the way right to the wall so he never sees me. But there have been times where I was reckless and he did see me, but you can avoid him, you just have to know where to walk.
I really wish the overlay would show me the power of Belch plus Poison Barb. I very much want to know.
I think that'd be 132. Because I know 10% of 120 is 12.
I want to know if it's over 200 or not.
Like on super effective things.
No. If it's over 200 effective regular, just neutral.
It is not. I 100% know it's not.
What is it, like 196?
Let's see. 120 with stab is 180.
198.
And then 10% of 180 is 18, so you'd add that. So that's, yeah, 198. Although, once we get Janine's badge, it'll be over 200. Finally, the poison
That's so
boost.
late, it doesn't even matter.
Hey, it might matter for Red's Espeon. Actually, it probably wouldn't.
Oh, I was about to say I just Gen 1 missed Belch, and then I was like, wait a second, this isn't Gen 1. And then I remembered, oh, right, it can miss.
It's a 90% move.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't, you know, it just doesn't feel like it should be. But it is.
I could have swore I had a repel up.
Okay, well, Sabrina's been dealt with.
I'm still saving her for last.
It was just 3 Belches.
I'm just
At
doing it
level
just in case.
55.
55, what level am I? 57. I should definitely be fine. Hey, at least our fighting type makes us only neutral to Earthquake. Because the Quagsire hit me with it and it only did a third. If I was weak to it, that would have done a lot more.
Dang it, Jump Pluff Girl.
You say that, yet she doesn't have Jump Pluff.
It's okay. Technically, I'll be right eventually. Someday.
Oh, guys, you know what Steve's been trying to make me do with the disassembly? He wants me to make Rock Tunnel not dark so I can quit having that advantage. But I keep telling him, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to lose my one advantage over you.
You can figure out how darkness works and then just disable it for the whole game. Just remove it.
How about I make the entire overworld dark? Make it like a solar eclipse. How about that?
If you can make it like Gen 1, I'm all for it. Gen 1 darkness,
I don't think I could do that.
Absolutely.
I don't think I could do that.
Okay, maybe instead of doing messing with Gen 2 darkness, figure out how Gen 1 darkness works and make that everywhere.
I don't think I could do that.
Imagine.
You're nooch. Oh yeah, we are weak to ground. Never mind,
Ooh.
I'm stupid.
Oh, this might be a good idea. Imagine, we would be it would be just a fun run. I played like we would be able to use an RBY Pokemon Challenges kind of title, or no, Small Ant kind of title. I played Pokemon Blue, but during a solar eclipse.
Where, like the entire overworld is dark. Let's do that why don't we do that for Gen 2?
No, that's impossible. It has to be Gen 1 darkness. I need to be able to know where the buildings are. Actually, we don't even know if that's gonna work. Walls might be coded to be able to see in the dark. We don't know if buildings could be coded to be able to be seen in the dark.
I still need to work on that regional variant ROM hack I've been trying to work on. I really want to do solo runs in Red and Blue with, like, I don't know, Blaine having the Hisuian Arcanine.
I
It'd be really
legitimately
cool.
think that this would be a ROM hack people in general would just want to play.
That might be an easier one to make.
You know how, like, what's it called? You know how there's plenty of ROM hacks of games that people just download and they just play. Like
Yeah.
this would be it. Like this would be, I don't know what you call it, alternative Kanto.
I could probably look up what the game does to make Rock Tunnel dark, and I could try to paste that effect to every map in the game. See what happens.
I just lost to Misty.
Doesn't surprise me.
I don't know if I saved. So, what happened was I got a Belch miss on Quagsire, and then it got an Earthquake crit, and then I got a Belch miss on Starmie, and it used Surf.
That sucks. Also, I'm letting you know, Quagsire resists poison. Because it's a ground type.
Actually, you know what? Resisted Belch, same power as Earthquake, basically. 198 divided by 2 is 99 versus 100 of Earthquake. Basically the same power.
Hey, hey, Janine, I would like my poison type badge boost, please. Aw, thanks. Now Belch is over 200.
Don't let Krillin hear you say that.
Who?
Never mind.
What, is it another, like, I'm too old thing?
No, it's just a Dragon Ball Z reference. Since I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai recently, Master Roshi had like 200 power when they used the Scouter on him, and then Krillin had like 300 or 250 power, and you'd be catching up to Krillin if you had a power level of 200.
The only thing I know from Dragon Ball Z is a power level over 9,000.
Interestingly enough, I watched the show recently, and he said 8,000.
I'm pretty sure there's a scene where somebody in that show says 9,000.
Yeah, I know. I know the meme.
You know, they actually referenced that meme in a Pokemon game?
I understand. I understand. It's a very, very well-known meme, like Air to the Knee. But I just watched the show. He said 8,000. To be fair, they might have changed it for Dragon Ball Z Kai, but he said 8,000. I'm referencing Dragon Ball Z Kai, not original. They clearly changed it for Kai, maybe, or maybe it was always 8. Who knows? And obviously, I'm talking about the English dub. I don't listen to Japanese crap for my animes.
What, you don't want to read during your shows?
Correct. I watch entertainment to watch entertainment. I don't watch entertainment to read entertainment.
Right.
I've only done that once. And that was for Bruce Lee TV show. I had to read the show because it was in Chinese.
All right, 7 rare candies.
Andrew didn't believe me about the 8,000 thing. He's looking it up. I literally watched the show a week ago. I know it said 8,000. The original might be 9,000. The dub, or maybe the Japanese is 9,000. I'm telling you, the English dub 8,000.
I don't believe you. Me and Sandman agree with Steve about the anime in English, being in English. You always would watch it in English?
Like, for instance, I am really pissed off that there are articles in my Google Chrome timeline about the new Dragon Ball Z Daima or whatever it's called, because I don't want to alienate Dragon Ball Z content from my timeline, but I also don't want spoilers because I have to wait literal years or maybe a year for it to be dubbed in English.
Makes sense.
So there's constant spoilers being thrown at my face. Oh, I don't know. Somebody did this, or what was the philosophical reasoning for this happening? It's like, I don't want to see this. I want to wait for it to be dubbed in English.
104.25.
Jesus, I lost that much time at will. Wow.
Level 70 does not matter. You don't need to change your moveset. Belch completely destroys his whole team with leftovers. Dude, my moveset is just Belch, Headbutt, Earthquake, and Ice Punch. This might be the first Backport we've ever done where we did red with no setup moves or rest.
Actually, it looks like I'm about to lose to my original first run time.
Oh, man.
I find it very difficult to believe that I literally lost so much time on Will that I lost my first run. Although, to be fair, I don't really think I think I played the first run pretty good overworlding.
Bro missed all the fan sub memes, then Gekko means plan is the classic. I'm not sure what that is. actually. Oh, first I should update my leaderboard. Alright, let me add the Pokemon real quick, and then we'll go over to Steve. This thing actually did really good. Honestly,
Interesting.
Belch
Back to
honestly
back.
kind of saved this thing, because if we had to use Sludge Bomb as for red, and we can't use Curse, then we would have needed a higher level. Which would have just been way more time. Alright, my game time was 4:06. Number 2. My real time was...
If I first try red, I'm gonna save time, which is really unfortunate considering what happened at Will.
my level was 70. Alright, let's go ahead and sort this.
I'm just gonna take your word for it and not grab the last candy then.
I actually did grab it to get 69, but I'm pretty sure 68 will still work.
That's the thing. If I use all my candies, I will get to 71.
Dang, Toxicroak didn't get top 10. It's at 13th place. It actually did better than Metagross did, surprisingly. Metagross is one of the very early ones we did. I don't know if that was like a skill issue back then, because that thing had a setup move. Maybe Toxicroak just didn't have to waste its time with setup? I don't know, but let's go take a look at Steve.
Andrew Palmer has just reported something to me, but I will see it in a moment when I start the red battle.
Impossible Steve 109.47. No, I think he can beat that.
I went to watch a compilation of all the clips that say DBZ. What did he just say? Except for the Z Kai, do they say over 9,000? Oh, but that's not a result. All I'm telling you is okay. You know what? I can settle this. No, I can't settle this. There's too many episodes.
Toxic Road is faster, more crits, maybe? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. Toxic Road? I mean, we could have learned Toxic, but we didn't teach it.
Okay. I beat my first time by 1 minute. That's just unfortunate.
Oh, my thing was behind.
108.09.
Good job. I never even saw you, because for some reason the YouTube end was a minute behind for me. Typo. Oops. Oh, that's okay. Yep. Metagross didn't have a 120 base power stab move. And if I remember correctly, I don't even know if Metagross got Psychic by level up. Maybe it did, but it was super late. But I think its starting learn set was kind of bad. Plus slow level up group.
This is single-handedly the best poison type I've ever played.
It was.
That is coming from me, and I hate poison types.
I think this is the first Crystal Backport we've ever done where we didn't need rest or a setup move for red. We didn't need any of those.
I taught rest, and I didn't even need it.
I never even taught rest either, and Belch one-shot Pikachu, Espeon, it one-shot, or two-shot the Charizard, two-shot the Venusaur, two-shot the Snorlax, two-shot the Blastoise. It only got 13th place, though, but I think the reason it didn't do better was because... it was just its starting learn set. Starting with just Headbutt and, like, Mud Slap. Like, it wasn't really destroying early game trainers, that's for sure. I see, starting in Gen 3, so everything I know earlier from challenge YouTubers. Ah, so you only know about stuff from Gen 3 onwards, which is effectively the more modern stuff. Okay. Yeah, Gen 1 and 2 is a completely different era. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be tomorrow. I don't know if Steve's going to do one tomorrow, but I will be doing a Fire Red Backport. I believe we are doing Weirdeer. So, that'll be an interesting run. I think it's a normal Psychic type. So, I'm kind of looking forward, because normal Psychic is a very, very good type combo. So we'll see. I will see you guys then. Bye.